Hello Facebook, hello YouTube, what's up everybody? This is Ruben and I'm back with another Ruben Report. Today is going to be day 3 of my engine break-in journey. And starting off for today, if you followed the last video with the MPG results that we got from the last video, I've personally made it my goal and mission to try to find a slow route to work, or a route where I can ride at the RPMs and the speeds that I'm restricted to currently during the engine break-in process, that will still allow me to be able to get to work during the week. Because the MPG that we got yesterday, which was close to 67, man, that would be really nice to have instead of having to fill up my pickup truck and use it again for this coming week. Not only that, but I believe that whatever amount of miles that we put on the bike today, hopefully we reach 200 or maybe even past 200. But if I do succeed at finding a slower route, pretty much by the end of the week, I'll be past 500 miles, hopefully. And then we can go ahead and do the valve adjustment next weekend, and we can go ahead and, really kick things off and really start to put this bike through its paces, of which I intended to, and get the ball rolling on the whole, endurance test. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to be riding pretty much aimlessly once again, taking slower roads and trying to explore what's out there, trying to see what type of back roads, residential back roads, the long way around, places where I can ride at the speeds that I am restricted to, and at the same time be able to somehow make it to work. And before we go, we're going to see what miles we are starting at. Same from yesterday, pretty much where we left off. 113.4 is our starting mileage. Okay, and so I'm going to, throughout the day, just like usual, make a couple stops to take breaks and whatnot, keep folks updated. I also formatted my SD card for my camera, so I hope that doesn't give us any troubles again, and we can continue to document the whole riding process. So I'm gonna get ready to get on out of here, and we'll see how far we get today. And again, we are off. Today, I said I wanted to make it my mission to find a slow backroads route to be able to go to work. And I tried my best to go in the general direction. I still was kind of riding around aimlessly today, just because I wanted to just put miles on the bike and explore. But every time that I looked up on my phone, that is, a certain route that I potentially could take on the residential back roads or something of that nature, a lot of them run into either dead ends, or they just lead me to the same road that I would generally take for my daily commute. So instead, I went ahead and just tried doing my daily commute route, but just a lot slower. And as you can see here, I'm doing the speeds that I'm restricted to, anywhere between low 40s to 44, 45 at the highest, sometimes even in the 30s, high 30s, mid 30s. I'm just pretty much trying to do the same route, but slower. Okay? And here on this Sunday, there wasn't that many folks out. And I guess, as far as riding on a Sunday, it's cool. I don't know if this will really work for Monday though, where everybody is trying to rush and get to work or school or whatnot. I would just hate to be the guy holding up traffic. But you'll see here shortly a little method or trick that I was doing to pretty much stay out of folks' way, and we'll see that here shortly. So here is where I started to use a little trick to, again, stay out of folks' way. And you can see the cars passing me. The right shoulder on the main road of this, which I'm riding on, this is the main road that I use to ride to work. In the beginning, not every section, but a lot of the sections have quite a right shoulder for me to kind of hug, and folks can pass me as they please. That method, again, it doesn't work all the time because it's not always there, but certain sections of the route does have quite a large little shoulder that I'm using right now. And folks are passing me just fine. They didn't even have to go far around me. What I'm most concerned about are large trucks, however. That's probably my biggest concern when it comes to potentially taking this route and potentially using that method. Are the trucks going to be able to, go by me? And are they going to be able to go by me safely? Again, I don't want to be the guy holding up traffic, so it's not always super busy when it is that I am riding, but generally when I am riding, I'm going a whole lot faster than this, an indicated 61, so trucks never even have a chance to catch up to me. But me going this slow, everybody's catching up to me and everybody's passing me up. And come Monday morning, there's gonna be a lot more people trying to pass me up. So it can potentially work. I don't I really don't want to rely on it too much. I think it's still kind of potentially dangerous. So most likely not going to be riding the bike with my general commute route to work. I'm still gonna just use the truck, but at least on this Sunday where there was no big trucks, it was just folks in cars mainly, riding on the shoulder or riding to the very far right. As you see in this section, there's not much of a shoulder, so but folks still pass me up, no issue. Yeah, during the actual week, I'm not gonna be doing this. Alright guys, I actually, surprisingly, I took the route that I usually ride to work. I took my normal commute route, riding all the way over here, and I made it to my job. I timed how long it takes me to get here, which is about an hour. I guess, I mean, it's Sunday, so there was hardly any traffic on the back roads. I found that riding on the right shoulder, there's ample space there for folks to go ahead and pass me, and it seemed like, you know, most people understood what it is that I was doing, so they went ahead and passed me, no issue. But I guess what I'm gonna do on my way back is I'm going to try to like look on Google Maps and try to map out some type of way to get back home, because I'm still kind of weary of potentially taking this route Monday, because on Monday it's not just cars, it's big trucks that also like to take that road as well, and I don't want to be holding up some big old truck. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm gonna experiment with that a little bit. As far as mileage is concerned, we are at 142. Okay, so pretty much almost 30 miles is what it is that I've ridden from home. So I'm gonna go ahead and eat some snacks and drink some water, take a little break, and then I'll get back to it.
Once again, I looked on the GPS app and like Google Maps and whatever, and couldn't find anything. So what I did is I just started to ride aimlessly, just like I rode yesterday, aimlessly. I decided to explore and to venture into wherever the road would take me. And I turned here and there and everywhere, and somehow I ended up in the places that I ended up. And later on, I'll flip my helmet up and you guys can get to see some more scenery, just like with the last video. And I ran into quite a lot of livestock, and I actually ran into quite rare livestock, I would say. I actually slowed down the video for you guys when it comes to that particular section. You guys will get to see it here shortly. But yeah, today was quite peaceful, quite nice. Again, it's different riding the bike at a lot slower pace. You just get to take in the scenery, right? So here's where I started, just going on territory I've never been before. If you were to ask me where I was, sorry, can't tell you. I have no idea. I did not have a GPS running. I was just looking at the camera on my phone. But you guys can now see where I was riding and you know, the scenery that was around. Just lots of farmland as usual. Livestock will be coming up as well. Really awesome day today. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys enjoy, and we'll see the we'll see the rare livestock here in a moment. here we go. I slowed down this clip in particular because I didn't want you guys to miss it. So we ride past some cows and bulls, but not just any ordinary bulls. We ride past bulls with quite big longhorns. You guys can see that? There's a bunch of them. It's like Texas longhorn bulls here in California. Alright, and some more cows here on the side here. But coming up here shortly, you guys got to pay close attention. Alright, standing next to that tree. Is that an alpaca? Is that a llama? You definitely don't get to see those every day. Yeah, continuing to go down that road actually led to a dead end, hence why it is that I was saying before, a lot of the roads that I was taking, whether it was aimlessly or that I tried to map up on Google Maps, they a lot of times ended with a dead end. So anyway, I again made sure that this was in regular speed so you guys don't miss some of the livestock we see here. Got a whole lot of cows, and then we'll get to ride past the alpaca once again and those Texas longhorn bulls.
Alright guys, I have stopped one more time. We are currently at 172 miles, so another 30 miles have pretty much gone past. We're still at a full tank, or at least that's what it shows. We're still at a full tank. Obviously we're not at a full tank, but we'll see if we get amazing gas mileage again for today, just like we did yesterday. I'm gonna go ahead and get some snacks, get some water, and then we'll get right back to it once again.
Riding along here on this route, I started to see some signs that were saying that there's a lake that I should stop by. So I was like, sure, a lake, that sounds great. So I went ahead and turned left there, and instead of going straight, and I eventually we come up to the lake, and I get to see, I don't know if I got it on camera, but I get to see the big lake there. Unfortunately, it was closed because it's Sunday, but it's nice to know that there's a lake out there in the middle of nowhere that folks can go to and have a good time. Okay, I did get it on camera. There it is. And yeah, I mean, it's a big lake open to the public. Well, when it's open, but today it was closed. So sad, but it's all right. At least I know that it exists, and maybe one day I'll come back.
Alright guys, I have stopped once again. We are getting close to 200. We were at 175 and we pretty much lost this one bar at 182 miles. So about 5 miles ago, it pretty much means that we went just about 70 miles once again with that first bar. So very interested to see what our results are going to be. But yeah, I saw this bridge here as I was coming past, and I just was like, man, I got to take a look, because this bridge supposedly goes over a river. So I wanted to show you guys this. Looks all old and abandoned. It's real beautiful and peaceful out here this Sunday. Oh wait, there's this big nest. I don't know if you guys can see that. I have no idea what kind of nest that is, but it's really big, so it must be some really big bird. Oh wait, I see something up there. You guys know what that is? I have no idea what that is. But yeah, man. It's beautiful out here. All right. And you know, riding slow for these past couple of days, it's kind of changed my perspective on, you know, kind of like what my expectations are for this bike, because obviously I do want to get to work on time and not have to spend so much time on my commute, but it really is nice just taking it slow on a Sunday or a Saturday on these roads where there's literally no one around, just really enjoying the scenery, you know. I guess it just depends on what your definition of adventure is. If you want to go 60, 80 miles an hour, well, this bike, it can do it. But I really think the bike, it really likes to stay around 5,000 RPMs or below. It's really happy there. And I don't foresee any issues ever with this bike having to ride at 5,000 or 4,000 RPMs for extended periods of time. You can do that all day. So when it comes to that, I mean, if you just like to take it slow, and you know, adventure to you is just strolling around on a Sunday and, you know, taking in the scenery, taking a slow route, this bike is absolutely perfect for that. And yeah, it's been a great Sunday, great Saturday for the past few days. I'm loving it out here. Alright you guys, I also just realized that my battery is pretty much dead for my GoPro camera, so sadly there's not going to be any more ride along footage after this bridge scene here. My plan is I'm going to ride to the nearest Walmart. I just looked up my GPS because I've literally just been riding around aimlessly for the past, I don't know how many hours. and I'm literally like in the middle of nowhere. The nearest Walmart is about 30 miles away. I'm gonna get there. What I'm gonna do there is I'm gonna get some oil and some other stuff, so that way I can be ready to do the oil change when I need to do it. The last time that I did the engine break-in process for my bike, it was pretty much due for an oil change around 250 miles or so. So I just want to make sure I have enough oil on hand so that way I can be ready for that. And also for the other oil changes to come, because I have to get the conventional oil, not the synthetic oil. I have synthetic oil at home. So, all right, I'll see you guys soon once it is that I get there. All right, y'all, I made it to Walmart. I went ahead and got some oil. I actually didn't find any conventional oil in the store, but I went ahead and bought some synthetic stuff. I also got, let's see here. I also got some more water from a water bottle, 2 more bottles of synthetic, and 4 1-liter water jugs in here. Oh, and my snacks. And my camera. So, yeah, this new top box holds a lot of stuff. Okay. I'm going to put the other oil jugs in here on the side. And then we're going to check the miles that we're at. It was let's see, we are at 218.9. So I'm gonna go stop at a gas station, fill up, we'll get how many gallons we used, and also get the trip, and meet you guys again when I get back home. Folks, I am finally back home. We have been riding today for a little over 4 hours, so it's nice to finally be home, be able to get again back into some air conditioning since it was a hot one out today. But today was very relaxing, as the same as yesterday. It was very great to get on out there and to be out riding the bike again, putting some miles on it. Sadly, we did not succeed in finding a slow route for me to ride on when it comes to my commute to work. But what we did succeed in was getting lost and finding a lot of interesting things along the way. Saw a lot of livestock, lots of cows, horses. I even found an alpaca. Like, you don't get to see those every day. Yeah, really awesome day today, and I'm glad that I was able to get on out there. So, as far as metrics are concerned, we are at a total of 223.1 miles. So that means today we put 110 miles on the bike, which is awesome. So almost at the halfway point. We're getting there. We'll just have to resume doing this next weekend. I may even ride a little bit here and there during the week as well, because I might still have to run a couple errands and whatever. I'll keep recording all the miles I put on the bike and each day that I do ride it. All right, now for the performance results that I care the most about and what everybody's been waiting for, the MPG performance. In all honesty, guys, you guys saw the footage. Today I was riding a lot more at in between 4,000 and 5,000 RPMs within 6th gear and 5th gear. There were some hills that I had to climb. If I had to, climb down the hill, I'd climb up the hill, excuse me. I just dropped a gear instead of, twisting my throttle hand more. I wanted to keep the throttle position in the same position, and if I needed a little bit more oomph to get up a hill or something, drop the gear. And everything else. But as far as like going through various gears at various different speeds, I didn't do that much today. It was mostly 5th and 6th gear in between mid 30s up to, an indicated 45. So with that being said, the amount of miles that we have traveled in between gas stations. So the last time that I filled up, it was at 112.1. And then when I filled up today, it was at 222. I'm going to put up the screenshots right now, the mileage that I took that was displayed on the bike, and the amount of gallons that was used. Okay, so you do the math correctly, and surprisingly, we get an astonishing 68.09 miles to the gallon. I actually got better gas mileage today than I did yesterday when I was riding at much slower speeds and much more various RPMs. That's odd. Well, here's my explanation for that. Yesterday I was also stuck in a lot of like stop and go traffic as well. So being stuck in stop and go traffic, just letting the bike just idle for no apparent reason, there's a little bit of gas mileage lost there. Okay, but I mean, you riding this bike, cruising at 4,000 to 5,000 RPMs in 6th gear. And in 5th gear, man, 68 mpg. That is crazy. Okay, so I'm really happy about that mpg number. Yeah, man, I'm really gonna have to start modifying my riding style and my riding habits. I know my commute to work, it's kind of requires me to ride at 55 miles an hour, which, I mean, we'll get to that point at some point and we'll be able to measure the MPG performance then, but I don't think it's going to be better than 68. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be better than 68. So yeah, I'm really want to find a different path that allows me to truly take advantage of this amazing gas mileage that I'm getting out of this thing right now. All right, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys most likely next weekend, or maybe even in the middle of the week. In the middle of the week, if I do ride it, I don't think I'm gonna post like a big old video. Maybe not, I don't know, we'll see. But I still will record the mileage and such. All right, be safe out there, guys. Peace.